Good afternoon, people. It's Friday and it's that match preview time. And Manchester United have West Ham on Sunday at 4:15. 4:15. Big match. Big match that we need to go down and play them at Old Trafford. At least it's at Old Trafford. And it's going to be a tough one, Garf. What are you saying? How are you going? How are you doing?
Yeah, it is. I hate to mug West Ham off. I'm not trying to, but it's West Ham. If we're going to be serious, we should be beating this West Ham team right now. You know what I mean? With the squad that we've got, with the form that I've been seeing from our players, etc., etc. This is one. It's a tough game. I'm not saying it isn't. It is a tough game, but we should be walking away from Old Trafford with 3 points on Sunday, 100%. You know, and if we don't, questions start arising about what went wrong here. You know what I mean? So because they're not great form at the moment, are they? West Ham, they're doing all right, but they're not.
They're not in great form. I'll have a quick look at the league table in a second. But not only are they not in great form, not the same form as last year, that's for sure.
No.
But look, we're starting to do better. We broke down a massive low block yesterday. That was a major low block. So to be able to come out of that scoring 3, I'm pretty pleased. It's going to be much harder. Well, exactly what Ten Hag said, isn't it? I'm not going to say what Ten Hag said. So we're about that. I'm a 10th in the league. They're on 14 points. We're on 20. We've got a game in hand on them, and they got -1 goals. We've got 0 for goal difference as well. So they've won 4, lost 6. We've won 6, lost 3, and we got. I wonder
what their form is though, because they must have won a few recently, because they were right down after about 6 games. They've got 1 point, hadn't they, or 2 points or something. So they've obviously their form has definitely improved, obviously. So
yeah, they beat someone in the Europa League. Then they beat Bournemouth recently. They lost to Liverpool 1-0. They beat Southampton. They beat Anderlecht, and they beat Fulham. So they're actually special. In form. They lost to Liverpool, to be fair. So
but Liverpool are doing well at the moment, bro. So I'm like, this is what I'm saying. So listen, look, they're doing all right. They're doing better than they were at the start of the season, but it's still at Old Trafford, and we're on form. Exactly what you just said. We should be winning this game, mate.
Come on, I see us winning, but still, we still got a lot to work on. But I still see us winning. But let's get into the presser. It was embargoed until today, so let's just get into quickly what happened in the presser. There was his first question was about Ronaldo. Do you see him getting similar goal scoring numbers this year? And what was that last bit? So he said, look, what did he say, Garf? You tell me on this one, because I like the way.
Well, he literally turned around and went, listen, it's up to him. He's going to get, basically, I'm paraphrasing, he's going to get the minutes. We create the chances for him. Yeah, he can do it. Which is basically all you can say. Yeah, and he can get there. Yeah, if it comes down to him, it's all about him and his ability, because the minutes will be there. I think it must be really annoying being a manager to have Ronaldo in your team, and the questions are always about him. When you're like this, no, we're talking about West Ham here. Like what can I do? You know what I mean?
It's a good question. It's not like
no. I mean, it just must be annoying for him.
Was annoying. The other question,
but he turned around and said he's going to be fine. So, and I agree with him. If Ronaldo stays all season, he's getting 15, 20 goals for us. It's Ronaldo. He's like,
of course, and we'll get better and better at system. West Ham lost 1 in 10. Okay, they're not so bad form then.
Their form's picked up. That's what I'm saying. But look, if you dig into that 1 in 10, they're playing Europa Conference League teams. They're playing Fulham, Southampton. These are teams they should be beating. So the one that was a bit difficult is Liverpool, and they lost to them 1-0. So I'm not sweating them.
Hey, it takes a lot to beat Southampton these days, by the way. So they've done well. With West Ham coming to defend, how will you find it? And he said, look, we just seen on yesterday how he was able to break down a low block. But he says, look, this is a different level now. A different level of defending. Much better defending, and also better on the counter-attack. So we need to be on our game to absolutely do them over. Second bit was CR7 still needs to fight his way back into the Premier League team then. What does he have to do? He says, I don't see it like that. I look at the opposition, and I haven't got a Europa team and a league team. I'm just looking at the opposition and what I need for that game. And then I pick the team based on that. So that's what it's all about. Don't try and make it. I know you guys think it looks like that, but we don't do it this way. So that was good.
Perfect answer again, Nathan. This is what I mean about it must be annoying, because it's this. It's like, he's not in your Premier League team. It's like, no, he's played 4 games for us this season in the Premier League. It's just on opposition, I decided he's going to play. Ronaldo isn't a guaranteed first team starter anymore, and that's what the journalists want. They want Ten Hag to cause a bit of drama with Ronaldo, and he's doing so well, just deflecting them. Like shield up, like nah, mate, nah, bro. I don't need none of that in my life. So
Sorry,
yeah, fair
mate.
play to him.
That's
Yeah,
deflector.
yeah. Sweet, bro.
See how Rashford up front worked well for you. He said he liked the fact that he put Rashford in behind Ronaldo, and he wanted to see how they work closer together on the field. That makes a lot of sense, you know, because when you're linking up with someone, if he's not linking up with Martial, link up with Cristiano. That would be great. So I'm happy with that, to be fair. I'm happy with the way he said that. He wants to see him through the middle because he'll be obviously able to do bits and get goals. Man United played some rubbish recently. Yeah, we have. We played Tottenham.
I was going to say, he's setting himself right up for that one, isn't he? He's done that on purpose. Surely, mate. Did you?
Sorry about that, Cockles Forever, mate. You just set yourself right up there. Load it, shoot it. How pleasing was it for Donny to be back as well? He said, look, he came on, he did some good bits, he did some good stuff, good actions in the box, and he's going to be needed. He said, just like Maguire, just like the other players, they've not even been a week back in training, but I want to see them get more minutes and do well. So that was good. I'll just quickly run through these. Martial likely to play. Is he likely to play before the World Cup? And then there was a bit connected to that saying, just the other day you were saying that he's back in training, he's back on field, and you was probably expecting him to be playing the next game or so. So what's happened and what's wrong with him? So he said, yeah, he hurt himself in the Everton game. He hurt his back, and he just needs to get back fit. And then we're just letting him do his thing on his own with the physios. And when he's fit, hopefully he'll be fit because he can bring a lot to our team. He says he has the hold-up play. He can score goals. As you've seen, he's already scored 4 goals this preseason and this season as well. And he says also the work rate in shutting down as well. He brings all of that to our team. So we really want him back in the side. So that was good. And then you got for next season, will you be focusing on a striker coming in? And then he said how important it is to get more goals from the team. As you can see that they tried to do this one. So in terms of player coming in, he said, we're not focusing on that right now. Look, we've got strikers here. They can do the job. Let's work hard. And that second bit, which I just forgot, I'll read it. To do it important to score other goals from the team. They were saying about Man City have scored 35 or something. Arsenal scored 20 something, and you guys have scored just 16. You know, what's going on? Like, what's going to happen? He's like, look, forget about them other teams. We construct our team. You don't go from 0 to 100 in no time. You have to work on the foundations of the building before you put in the roof on. Like, why am I trying to work on the roof already? Like, we've got a defensive structure in place. We're looking very good. Apart from the one game we played against City, where we came back from like international duty and everyone forgot their belief system and the structure, what we was working on. He said, apart from that, we've done very, very well. So yeah, I make him totally right.
Yeah. See, no lies there, mate. No lies.
Yeah. And King Eric says, I'm worried about Martial getting injured too much. So am I. So are we all. We sadly need to replace Martial. We'll see if he comes back this time after having a lengthy time out and a lengthy time to actually recover properly. Hopefully this time, the physios are like, listen, don't try and come back unless you're fully ready. Like, no niggles, no nothing. So we'll see. You know what's annoying though? When you get injured, yeah, there's other parts of your body that get problems because it's working too hard to compensate for the other part. So when you fix the other part, if you're not rehabbing properly, that other part will get injured. And then you're like, oh no. So it's not his fault. We all need to realize also it's not his fault that he's injured. It's his body. He can't make his body stay fit, if you know what I mean. No. So some people blame him for being injured. It's like, there's nothing you can do. Some players.
No, I think that's all. Like, I don't like it when people take have a go at players for being injured. You can have a go at the injury record. That's a different thing. You're talking about how many times he's not available for the team. That's fine. But yeah, you can't be saying it's his fault that he's got injured again. It really isn't. You know what I mean? But I will agree with just Donny. I do think. Listen, he's going to have to be magnificent when he comes back, Nath, to stop me thinking we need a striker to come in. Yeah, you know what I mean.
If he's fit, he'll do what he needs to do. If he's fully fit and we're playing the way we're playing, there's no way you can't play. Imagine, you got team balling out and Martial's there fit. How can he not do well when he did well when the team weren't even playing and weren't creating nothing? So it's like Donny as well. The ball's getting popped around. That's his game. Like, how can he not do well when the ball's getting popped? He's gonna do well. You know, the only person that you look at and go, oh, I wonder if he's going to be able to link up, play well, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's the one player you think, okay, if he can link up well, and defend well. Okay, he might not cross balls in, but imagine he can link up well and defend well. Then he might not have to cross balls in. So they're the ones that I'd be more worried about. So I don't know. Carl.
No, I agree with you. It's one of them things when you've had such a bad time of it recently as Martial has, when the stats and everything, it's a very easy stick to beat him with that you're not available again.
Yeah.
So I can understand the fans. Scamacca, what the West Ham fella?
Yeah, you know
No,
what?
I'm not sure about that.
With that one, I'm gonna watch him on Sunday because I ain't really seen anything. I don't know anything about him enough to say anything. So let's watch him and let me take my decision on the review. Or after the game, I'll give my reaction and I'll tell you guys what I think of this Scamacca dude. King Eric, if you think he's doing bits, I know he's been scoring for West Ham, but if you're saying he's actually doing bits, not just scoring, he's actually a player that looks like he could fit into a Man United side. Because please, you know what I don't like is when people just see a player scoring and think, yeah, he's a player to get in. It don't work like that. Oh, he's scoring that. We've had many players scoring in this league, and we don't put them up in your team. So anyway, I think the last bit here is what's changed since Man City. Well, I've already explained that bit, haven't I? So they came off the international duty and they lost their minds for a bit, and then now they're back on it. So yeah, quality striker, Biggleswade Bob says. Scamacca.
He's young. He's only 23, coming on 24. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen much of him, and his stats don't scream go and buy him either. He's a 1 in 3. Like he's doing all right for West Ham at the moment. 6 goals in 16 games, but 4 of them have come in the Conference League. It's only 10 in 2 in the Premier League, which is where for me that's what 2 in 10 in the Premier League. Yeah, 2 goals. Like 1 in 5 is not acceptable to me for a Premier League.
Is he started all them games, Garf?
It looks like it. Yeah, he come back from injury, so maybe the first few he wasn't, but yeah,
he scores goals. Okay. Gary Lineker type, yeah. Bang, bang. Filippo Inzaghi, yeah. Okay.
Although he did last season, he did rip it up for Sassuolo in Italy. 36 games, 16 goals in Serie A. So who knows?
That's all
right.
It's not great though. It's Italy, you should be bagging 25.
Yeah.
I want a Victor Osimhen. I want to see Osimhen.
You're fully on that now, aren't you?
Hey, I watched Osimhen. Hey, his heading is unbelievable. He's got pace. He's in the right place for them tap-ins all the time. He can score a goal from far. He can link up play. He's like Martial, but faster, younger, and not injured. So
what's not to love?
Yeah, very, very good in the air. Very good. All I'm seeing is most of the goals, like he's jumping up and he's smashing balls in with his head. Like, that's all you need, mate. That's all you want.
Yeah.
A player who can do all of that. He's like an all-round player with pace. Oh, that's unbelievable, man. But anyway, let's get to your predicted 11. It's going to be a mad one today, but I ain't going to tell you why until I put mine up. There's your West Ham 11.
Yep, that's what I'm going with. Our strongest possible team, I think, personally. Isn't it strong? Yeah, but what I'm saying, King Eric, is he doesn't score that many goals. That's why I'm like, for a striker that we're looking at, because Scamacca from West Ham is probably going to cost, what, 55, 60 mil now?
Is that how much he was when he came?
No, but it's coming from West Ham now, isn't it? And we're Man United. So I think it was only 30 something, but that's 60 mil for us, you know what I mean? That's one I'd definitely take. Yeah, Jared Bowen as a... But this is what I was about to say. The problem is he doesn't get into the starting lineup. Like, he'd be a great squad player, but he wouldn't come for that. He wouldn't come for that, you know what I mean? But you're about to take... Listen, this is the strong... Say again, sorry, Nath?
Biggleswade Bob, please let us know where you'd put him in this side ahead of him.
And who you'd replace. Yeah, who's replacing?
Who you dropping? Because he plays on the right wing, yeah? Is he playing in front of Anthony? I don't know about that. But yeah, you know.
I think it's our strongest team without Ronaldo. I'm going without Ronaldo. I don't think Ronaldo makes it into. I think we need the pace up top. Yeah, Garnacho could play instead of Sancho because you know well he did against Sharif. But apart from that, I think it's a pretty self-explanatory team. This is what I think is our strongest 11 that we've got for West Ham. Yeah,
well, yeah. To be fair, you're pretty good there. Paqueta, man, is top bananas. Let's see what he's all about. So,
has someone been watching the West Ham team recently? Isn't he a West Ham player, right, Luca?
Right. So yeah, your team's looking pretty strong. To be fair, you're looking pretty strong. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with the same team.
Oh, it is
Well, I've just put my midfielders a bit wider than yours. That's all.
just to make it a little bit different.
Right.
There, look at that. He just wants to be a little bit different, don't it? And get your picture in at the bottom. I see that, Nath. I see that, fella.
Oh damn! Your picture's coming next week, next game.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to see them.
Bowen walks in front on Sancho, but Sancho's playing on the left, so Bowen's on the right. You're just going to throw Bowen on the left anyway and don't care. Like, he won't have any crossing with his right foot. He'll be crossing with his left. So he'll be the same as what Sancho's doing, having to come back and go on his right. Same as Anthony. Don't want to take no one on down the line. That's the only gripe I have, you know. He's shown it now that he can do both. But why not just now you can go both ways. Just go, you know what? Step over. I'm off down the line. Cut back, cross it in if you have to. Or even go down the line and just then cut in and carry on. Like, you know them ones where you think you're going to cut back and you don't, and you just like carry on and get in the box and get in the byline and then just play it. Do that, Anthony. I want to see you rip someone. You can do it. You can do it, Anthony and Sancho, because Garnacho is coming for your places. He can
definitely.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
And if Martial, and if Martial comes back as well, fully fit, we've then got Rashford looking at them wing spots. If Ronaldo starts kicking on, Sancho's in danger, man. I just want to come back to this, that Bowen walks in front of Sancho. Are you talking on recent form or actual talent? Because on actual talent, Sancho, we know how good Sancho can be. We saw it in Germany. He's just been playing within himself over here recently. If you're talking about recent form, then Sancho hasn't been fantastic. But I'd still come back to the fact that he scored more goals and got more assists than Bowen this season.
That's what I mean, man. And he's not playing well.
He's not playing well.
Oh, you know, that was a great point there, Garf. Because look, Sancho can go back to Dortmund.
No.
Why don't you say like this? United can just go and get their midfielder so Sancho can be brought out. Like, instead of doing it the other way around, that's a bit silly. You go back and score plenty of goals there because they're playing his way of football. We need to get that boy in the midfield. We need that boy. Oh my days! If we can get him in, we'll be flying because he is direct as hell. Any run Sancho does, bang, get the ball, get the ball. But anyway.
Plus, listen, I'll keep coming back. He's been here 18 months. He come into a team that was absolutely piss poor last season. Didn't get a chance to express himself. He's now learning a new system under Ten Hag. Yeah. I've got to give him more time. I've got to give him another 18 months before I start calling him a flop or anything. Like, I've got to. You can't be. Like, he's too good a baller. He's such a naturally gifted player that I've got to give him more time. He could prove me very wrong, and it turns out he's an absolute flop in 2 years' time. But that's down the line. I'll get to that. You know what I mean? So,
you know what? When the team's fully firing, I'm sure he'll be part of that fully firing squad. That's what I know. I think that the team ain't firing. I think, to be fair, he's been put on the left. I don't even want to see him on the left, but Anthony's there on the right. I want to see him come on for Anthony and then fight for spots. Like, I think that's where he's going to be best played, best suited. I think Rashford on the left, or even Martial can go on the left because he's better dribbler. Martial's a better dribbler. Garnacho's a better dribbler on the left. They're the better suited left-sided players for me. I don't even want to see Rashford on the left wing because he can't really beat anyone. The only players we got that can beat someone is actually Martial and Garnacho. And Anthony every now and again. And
Sancho, if he wants to, if he gets his confidence up, I think as well, man. I do think that he hasn't done it, but I've seen what he can do, and if he can get some of that back into his game, then that's a ball. I know right now, it's Anthony, it's Martial. Rashford can do the old long ball along and then lick after it. You know what I mean? Just punt it along the floor and then lick after it.
Get on it and go, I'm getting at you. Apart from
And
Martial.
Garnacho,
Garnacho and Martial, they both go, I'm dribbling at you like mad. Rashford can't do it. Every now and again, he gets the odd like little, ricochet where it works, but he ain't really got that. Sancho was great, Darren de Jong says. Sancho was great for Dortmund. For United, simply not good enough. Yes, the players that you got around you. You got Bellingham behind you, and you got Haaland just making crazy runs. Slot him. Just put it on my head. Put it up, bang. Put it bang.
Put it anywhere. Put it anywhere within 5 fucking yards of me, mate. And this is going in, brother. I'm sorting this out. So this is a joke.
See that freight train there that's pacing out the whole world. Slot that ball in front of him, and he bangs it in. Okay, I got 56 assists right now. Bloody hell, how am I going to do that when I move on? I'm going to 3 assists normal.
And that's what I mean about Sancho. What I saw him at Dortmund do was doing exactly what you're talking about. Is he wouldn't take a man on per se, but he would just keep running, get to the byline, cut into the box, and then play a simple ball across. And he needs to bring that back into his game. He really does. He really
it's
needs
because
to
of the directness. This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
because of the directness of the team, he gets up there and everyone's running back.
Running.
They're all trying to chase back. But in this game, everyone's in front of it. Everyone's in front of it. You're like, what can I do? Everyone's just sitting here. So it's a different kind of game. And especially when you play, Dortmund plays a team in Europe, even the big team. The bigger team is looking to take it to them. So now they're still spacing behind, so he can still play his game. And I think that's one thing Vardy did great at by staying at Leicester. Because if he went to Arsenal, it would have been a different type of football and he wouldn't have been as prolific as he is. Because it depends on the team. Like Lukaku, he was bagging goals for fun at the lower level teams because they need to defend and counter. The minute you start playing football and then you have to break down a low block, you don't want to see Lukaku there. He's not got he's not got that ability there. He's got...
Lukaku would have been Lukaku if he was 10, maybe even 15 years earlier, would have been the greatest striker in the world with his skill set. It's just unfortunate that in this modern era, if you can't trap a ball with your back to goal, like he often could not for Man United, if you can't turn with pace, then you're dead in the Premier League, man. You know what I mean? He's found his spot in Italy. He's found it in Italy.
I felt it's like the things that he does, that it needs to be more intricate in them areas. And he ain't an intricate type player.
No.
He's a brute player. So he can hold it up sometimes. He can, brute his way against them other teams. But when it comes to the big ones, where there's no space, no nothing, and you have to do something which nobody even realizes you're going to do, he ain't got that in the locker, mate. He ain't got that in the locker.
That's exactly what I mean, yeah. And 10, 15 years ago, he didn't need them skills and he would have been one of the greatest strikers of all time. Oh, come on now.
Come on, lad. You lot just lost again. What is it? Was it a draw?
Draw is Sporting, yeah. It was nice to see Conte celebrating that injury time winner. It didn't happen, weren't it, Cockerel's forever? We all enjoyed that moment,
Let's pull your player off you as well. Harry Kane's coming to us next season, and you're gonna be
do you know what, Nate? That's picking up traction again out of nowhere. I saw it on yesterday. I mean, we'll get into it tomorrow, probably, but
it is gonna be absolutely lovely when he comes. We've got a goal scoring machine there for the next 4 years.
And his passing ability just walks him into this team as well. You know what I mean? He's one of the best passers of the ball of a striker I've ever seen. He really is.
Tekka's in it with both feet. It's like no frills. Tekka, unbelievable. Like don't do no skills ever, but just keep bagging and keep putting things on point for people. He's a killer. But look, we've got predictions. Garf, is this your prediction here?
No, I didn't do my prediction. I'll do it now. I just want to throw it out there that we've both got 10 points. We both got 10 points on the last game, so we're both very happy with that situation. I'll update the scores for the show tonight. Make sure they're there. I'm going West Ham. Do you know what? I'm going 2-0. I'm going clean sheet as well.
Okay. So, and who's getting the goals?
Yeah. I am going to go, after all the maligning, I'm going to go Sancho and Rashford. Sancho scores.
Okay. That's not bad. Yeah. He's predicting a 2-0 Sancho Rashford. Bozarayal says, I love Anthony, but hated what he did the other night.
That's split opinion. That's proper split opinion as well, Nath, ain't it? There's a lot of people like you, like, I don't care. And there's a lot of people like me who's like, yeah, but you shouldn't be doing it at that time. And there's no right answer to it. It's just that it's very much split people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it's annoying because I'm watching the game, I'm thinking, bloody hell, we're struggling to break this team down. And then he goes spinning up the place and you're like, come on, lad. You might want to spin up the place once you've got a goal or once you've done a bit of damage on someone, meg someone or ripped him down the line and crossed a nice ball in. After that, no problem. But don't do that, please. Yeah, it is don't do that at the wrong times, it is.
Yeah.
Like Gaffer said, I don't mind it being done. But just make sure it's for a reason. Like, you're attracting players to you or whatever, that's fine. But it's not a skill anyway. It's just a showboat in pretend, isn't it? It's a mess about. So it's nothing. But I'm going with a 3-1 win.
A 3-1, fair play.
Yeah, Rashi, Bruno, and
Bruno.
Anthony's had too many games out, no goals. And Bruno, we know he scores, especially when Cristiano ain't playing. So yeah. And Rashford will continue his goal scoring stuff. You know what he's about. But Cockroach Forever has come back and says, if Kane leaves, it will be to a club that win trophies. Which
Mate,
means
Kane don't care about winning trophies, mate. He's been at Spurs for 12 years. He don't care.
isn't it? Where do you think he's going? Like, if he's going anywhere in England, it's the only
Yeah.
place really is Man United. He ain't going City.
Possibly Chelsea. We ain't going City, no way. Liverpool couldn't
He won't
afford him.
kill
He's got
himself.
Nunes.
Chelsea.
Yeah, I can't see him going Chelsea just because it's the London rivalry. He ain't going Arsenal. They ain't got the funds for it. He ain't going Europe. Like maybe a Real Madrid or Bayern Munich might sniff around him.
United,
But
mate.
again, the
United.
money, Bayern ain't going to pay. Yeah, Bayern ain't going to pay the money. But I'd say it is only Man United, really. When you get down to brass tacks with a sniff of Chelsea and maybe an outlandish move to Spain, maybe, you know what I mean? So
yeah, let's just wish it. Let's wish it to become reality. It's gonna happen, mate. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry, but we're gonna happen. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that game Sunday, 4:15, as you can see at the bottom. Let's see. Make sure you hit the like button if you've enjoyed what you've been seeing today. And we also have something later on today for you. It's actually the Dukes United show weekly is today, later on, 6 till 7. We're joined by Garf, as usual, and we've got Alex, and we've got Marcel. We're talking about a few nice bits and pieces here. You'll see when you get there, or if you've seen the thumbnail already, you've already seen. So, yeah. But we added a new little bit to it because... obviously something came up in the last game, so we're going to talk about that as well. King Eric, that was embarrassing what Anthony did. He needs to stop that. And Big Man says, big game, 3 points incoming. We're definitely getting 3 points.
yeah, 100%, James.
Yeah, James on fire with his new show as well. Go and follow his show, Football and Fitness United. Absolutely killing it. He's on everywhere at the minute. He's on the radio. He's on the news. He's on every channel there is.
Just making us normal men feel skinny as anything as he's bowling around. He's absolute massive.
Yeah. But,
take a day off out of the gym, mate.
yeah. Look, my legs, I think my legs are pretty big as well, but he's probably got more strength in them now. So yeah. I'm up there with his leg size, that's for sure.
I can't believe you're saying that, Nathan. Man's in the gym 24/7.
Yeah, but mine are bigger than most. I don't know anyone with legs the size of mine, to be fair. They're like tree trunks, to be fair. No one can.
Fair play.
They're too strong. Like, normally people are
What's a day off?
got no legs on the bottom side, is it?
I'm completely opposite, mate. I've got the skinniest little chicken legs, mate, and just a big fat belly. So
that's what I mean. Most people don't have legs when they work on all the upper body, but don't have any legs. I'm inboxing you. Kate says, I don't see what was so bad about what Adney did. Yeah, exactly, Kate. It's not that bad, is it? It's not that bad. It's just you want to do it when you're up and when you're scored already and everybody's relaxed, if you get what I mean. If that was happening, I think if we got the first goal, then he did it, I think people would have even been a bit more like, yeah, whatever. But we were drawing and we were struggling to get the goal and break them down. It's like the game before, innit? Against Ammonia, where we were struggling. Imagine he was doing it then. We'd be like, hey, what are you doing? Flip him, fix up, and get us a goal first, then play about. Don't mess about. We're struggling here. But yeah.
I will say as well, as much as I didn't like it, there is also a mentality in England of like beating this sort of like mercurial skill out of players, you know what I mean? And you don't want to do that to him. As much as I've been saying you shouldn't do it, if that is his natural thing that he does, and he was just having a bit of fun on the pitch, he wasn't really fit, it wasn't taking the piss out of the opposition or anything, then fair enough. You don't want him to lose that. As much as I don't think he should have done it, you still don't want him to lose that. That thing that gets you out of your seat.
Exactly. We got James, I think he sent me a picture of his legs.
He actually did as well.
How big are those legs? Bloody hell. Oh my God.
Roberto Carlos, mate. You're putting Roberto Carlos to shame there, James. You're putting him to shame, bruv.
Unbelievable. King Eric says 1-0 Man United against West Ham. I'm going for 3-1. Garf is going for 2-1. So yeah. Not 2-0.
2-0. Yeah. I see a clean sheet. I do see a clean sheet.
So yeah. Well, anyway, guys, It's that time. What's he said? Check your WhatsApp, Nate, but not live on air. You'll pass out for the amazing. I saw it earlier. I already passed out earlier, so I knew it was coming. I seen it on your Insta already.
Mate, I'm passing out just from the fault of doing the work to get to that stage, mate. You know.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that takes some work. I'm telling you,
a lot of work.
Well done, James. Hats off to you, mate. The consistency that takes a lot, and everything you do in life takes consistency to be able to see the results. So yeah, keep it going, guys. Thanks a lot for the comments. Conquer Van der Percy says, "What that wasn't skill, Garth. That was nobody." There was no one near him. Exactly, yeah. It was just
Yeah.
no one near him. But
Yeah,
anyway.
this is what I say. I'm unhappy with what he did. I think, but we don't want to get too much on top of him so that he never does it. Like he doesn't try any of his skills. He doesn't. That's what gets you out of the seat. That's what you pay your entrance, your ticket for. Like you want to be excited and enjoy it. So there is a balance here. I don't agree with what he did either, but let's not slate him too much for it. Is what I'm saying. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Let him be enjoying his football,
Yeah.
and we'll see more and more from him. But anyway, until later today, guys, thanks a lot for the comments. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave, and we'll see you guys at 6. Peace.